Hello and welcome to Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Jalindo, and today we're going over the Gaalsien unit tree. So basically all the Gaalsien unit information, collected it from the game, put it in a spreadsheet, and kind of laid it out so you guys can check it out. So we are going to pop over to that and take a look. It is, again, a spreadsheet because there's no really effective way to do this in-game that would not make me pull my hair out constantly. So here it is. Why do I have it separated into two different areas? Well, you have two builders in the game rather than just one. In the coalition side, you only have to build with the carrier. That's these units. However, on the Gaalsien side, you build with the carrier and the production cruiser, which is a separate cruiser. So instead of being able to, like, if you remember with the coalition, you could unlock 3 separate production queues and produce 3 things out of the carrier at once. With the Gaalsien, it is however many production cruisers you have. You can produce that many units, but only these units. So if you have 5 cruisers, you can produce 5 assault ships at the same time, or 5 heavy railguns at the same time, or a mix of any of these. However, because you only have 1 carrier, you can only produce 1 salvager at one time. You can only produce 1 cruiser at one time. You can only produce 1 aircraft at one time. And that's how the rules kind of work. So you see how this is broken out? In the Gaalsien side, you have the salvager for resource collection, just like the coalition. You also have a base runner, just like the coalition. You have the production cruiser, and that's what's down here for making more units. You have a siege cruiser, honor guard cruiser. Those are your 2 big cruisers for doing damage to the enemy. I feel like the coalition side had a lot more cruisers, so yeah, there's that. And then on the aircraft, you only have 2 aircraft. The coalition got 3. What's up with that? Favoritism? So you got the Interceptor, which is your kind of like your fighter-based craft, and is good for kind of keeping cover fire and cover cannon fodder, I guess, for the precision bombers, so they can go in and blow up stuff. And then we have the Sand Skimmer, which is your light attack vehicle from the coalition side. You have the assault ship, which is your armored attack vehicle from the coalition side. You have the missile ship, which I think is anti-air only. I may be wrong. Please let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's anti-air only. And then we have the assault railgun and heavy railgun down here. Now, you can see how many seconds it takes to construct each of these. You see how much it costs in construction units and research units. You can see the logistics costs. This is the number of production or housing cost for your faction. And then the speed, you can notice how the Interceptor is unbelievably fast. 696. That's just crazy. But that is fast. It's faster than the coalition aircraft, that's for sure. Then we have the armor. I did notice the Gaalsien has lower armor than the coalition, but there's a reason for that, and we'll be going over it shortly. And then we have damage. Damage is right here. Some of these are pretty high in damage. Precision bomber, 1,000 damage. That's crazy. Yeah, and the railguns, as you would expect, would be high in damage. And then we got the hull. Mostly survivable. Mostly pretty survivable. But here's where it gets kind of interesting. We got self-repair on most of the Gaalsien units. And that's really what makes it kind of interesting, the interplay between coalition and Gaalsien to me, is this self-repair thing. Because self-repair means that you take like a 99% of damage on your vehicle, and you run him off, and let him sit there for a little bit, and all of a sudden he's 100% again. That's awesome. That just saved you a lot, because on the coalition side, to do the same thing, you'd have to have a support cruiser come over, or have the unit go to the support cruiser, get a heal or get a repair, and then go back out. The Gaalsien, because of the way they've got this set up, coalition are more like, this is my base, this is my area, here's where all my sensors are, and my logistics are all inside those sensors. And by the way, my repairs are based on a support cruiser that's kind of slow, so you have to come back to the base to get repaired. And Gaalsien is more like, well, I don't have sensors, I don't have logistic points that I have to throw out onto these little beacons. I research it so I can be anywhere I want. I'm not tied down to a spot. Also, all my units, a lot of my units self-repair, which means that, and I also have a repairing unit as well on top of that, and that means that I can be anywhere. I can strike from way away from the base, really long, really far away detachment, and then just run away a little bit, repair, and attack you again. They don't have to run back to base anytime they take damage. Super cool. You could also keep it, I guess you, with Coalition, you could keep a support cruiser with the army, but I'd be a little nervous. But I would probably, I guess, keep at least one support cruiser in the army. Okay, so self-repair. The only thing that doesn't have self-repair, there's a couple. Base runner, for some reason, no self-repair. The aircraft, for, I guess, a good reason, no self-repair. Because they're, flying around like jets. It's hard to see a jet self-repair itself unless it's an X-Wing from Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away, long time ago. And then we got the assault railgun. This one's weird to me because all these others that I would expect to have a repair have them, but this assault railgun for some reason just randomly, like literally randomly, does not have self-repair, whereas its cousin, the heavy railgun, has self-repair. I don't get that. Maybe they forgot to add self-repair on this unit, or maybe self-repair on this unit because it can, let's see, where's the speed? 100 speed, because it can run away. Perhaps self-repair makes it too powerful, because the only thing to be able to catch it would be a sand skimmer, and maybe a bunch of sand skimmers attacking assault railgun. They can't do enough damage to overcome the self-repair, and all of a sudden it becomes an overpowered unit. If that's the case, thumbs up. Thank you for balancing the game. I get it. Now here's the actual abilities. These are this ability 1 is just all self-repair that I listed. Ability 2 is where we actually get into the actual meat of the units. So we got, with Salvager, we got demolition to expose those resources and salvage. Same thing as Coalition. Nothing different. Base runners got collect artifact and restore ally hull. Seems a little different. The way this thing is described, in the Coalition side, well, on this side it says restore ally hull, regenerate allied hull integrity over 10 seconds. So it's like a 10-second ability, and then while that's going on, the base runner can't move. Seems slightly different than just a straight auto repair ability. Could be wrong, let me know. And then production cruiser, you can, just like the support cruiser, you can disable that resource collector, not a problem. Same thing as Coalition. Siege cruiser has artillery barrage and EMP shell. That's artillery barrage is basically point at a target, say blow that up, and then it shoots out all its artillery and tries to blow it up. And then EMP shell is for stunning groups of units. So this siege cruiser, phenomenal at just attacking like a base with a button. I mean, it makes sense, siege cruiser, right? Attacking a base with a group of units and just blowing them up. Honor Guard cruiser. Yeah. Defense systems, anti-air weapons, side weapons. It even has a railgun mounted on it, so it has long range. You can tell it to hold railgun fire if you don't want to automatically target hostiles. It'll do that. And then, so it's got long range. It's got good damage, medium speed, good hull. This thing is pretty much a beast. Seems pretty awesome. So when I do my analysis on the armor and DPS and survivability and all that kind of stuff, and share that later, hopefully I'll be able to see just how great of a unit this thing is. I'm expecting it to be pretty good. Then we got Interceptor and Precision Bomber. Same things as the Coalition. I notice it's very high speed, and that's pretty much it. It basically functions the same way. Sand Skimmer, like I said, LAV, this thing has no abilities. I didn't see any boost. There might be a boost ability from the rating, but all I really saw from that, I didn't see any boost ability coming from that. I saw a speed increase, if I'm not mistaken. So, anywho, let me make sure that's right. Gaalsien Tech Tree, rating, increase max speed. Yeah, it's just a 33% speed increase. So instead of boosting, hitting that active ability to go really fast, it's just constantly really fast. Assault ship, no abilities I saw. Let me know if I missed something, because I just didn't see any abilities on it. It should have, the armored assault has something like suppress fire or something like that. and I expected to see it on this, so maybe I missed something. Missile ship direct fire barrage is kind of the same thing as an artillery barrage. It's like target a point and just boom, 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 boom. Assault railgun dart maneuver. I have no idea what that does. I was going to test that. Completely skipped it. So comment below. I'll add it to the guide on the Steam community, and we'll know what that does. I never got around to testing that for some reason. Heavy railgun range calibration. That's the increased sight and range that you researched in the tech tree. Heavy railgun EMP rounds. Ground target stuns enemies just like all the other EMPs. And then Sundered, just like the Coalition version, it's a passive. Reduces target armor by 4 for 10 seconds. Okay. These are all fully upgraded numbers, just like at the top it says that. Same with the Coalition. So this is with all the upgrades. This is what it should look like. Let me know if I missed anything. It will be added. And that is your Gaalsien units guide. And I'm going to upload this. I'm going to end up uploading this to the Steam community so that there is a guide under Homeworld for this. And hopefully we can keep it up to date. If you just comment on that guide or on this video, hopefully I'll be able to keep that guide up to date by just updating the numbers and tweaking, adding stuff and things like that. So cool. In the next episode, armor and rate of fire calculations and maybe some comparisons between units and things like that. Thanks so much for watching. Can't mess up at the end because then I'll have to just re-record the ending, and I don't want to have to do that. Just let's take 2. Here we go. Thank you for watching. Feel free to click the subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. And remember, keep it clean. Haha, got it.